You may already know, but if you didn't, Interstellar began life as a Spielberg picture, and the original script was written way back in 2008. But how much did the film change when one giant of the screen left and another one stepped in to take his place? Let's take a look. Seems like a small change, but Murph was originally a boy. He would still go on to solve the gravity problem thanks to Coop's time meddling, and not a lot differed from the final film in terms of that storyline. Spielberg had already explored father-daughter bonds in War of the Worlds, but it makes sense for Nolan to switch out Murph's gender, given the fact that he himself has a young daughter. The film was shot under the production title of Flora's Letter too, named for his daughter Flora, which couldn't be any more on the nose if it tried. Unlike the final film, it was originally a probe that led Coop to NASA. The probes were sent through the wormhole by future Coop. The probe would also contain the gravity data that helps Murph solve the problem, so there definitely wasn't any Space Ghost stuff going on while Spielberg was at the helm. In Nolan's film, the appearance of the wormhole is believed to be linked to an extraterrestrial race looking out for us, but they turn out to be future humans who can transcend the fifth dimension. In the original script, the supposed gravity beings are actually tangible aliens. The aliens in the draft also morph the crew painlessly into various shapes in what would have probably been a pretty visually awesome scene. Unlike in Nolan's film with the multiple planets, in the draft, the ice planet is their only goal. Also, there's a race of radiation-absorbing amorphous blob aliens on the ice planet that manage to save the crew from a nasty death. The crew return the favour and take a sample of some of the aliens with them after they discover a third black hole will destroy the ice planet in the near future. The fun doesn't stop there though, as Coop and co discover a ruined Chinese colony on the planet with all of its occupants dead. This raises some serious questions about humanity's joint effort to save itself, and leads to a discovery of a cave filled with the robots from the Chinese mission. The robots have developed a device capable of gravity manipulation, and aim to use it to move the ice planet away from the black hole. The crew attempt to take the vital device and return to Earth, where it could save humanity, and this results in a fight. Case, one of the robots on the Endurance mission, gets turned by the Chinese robots. Case then tries to sabotage the Endurance mission itself. On the point of the robots, in Nolan's film, Case and TARS look awesome, a truly original design that teases to where robotics are actually going to take us in the future. But in the original script, they were more like Bishop from Alien, boring, samey humanoid robots. They do have a bit more going on story-wise in the draft though. Case obviously gets turned by the Chinese robots, and TARS is actually cast away early in the film, but he returns to tie it all together in a similar, if not more realistic manner to Nolan's finale. So, up to now, there's been a few minor differences. The crew have some alien samples, a robot goes crazy, etc, etc. It all initially follows a similar path to Nolan's final film, but that's where the similarities end. In the draft, the crew are affected worse by time dilation, and are hindered horribly when Case flips. They wind up travelling 250 years into the future. So not only are Coop's kids long dead, the ice planet's destroyed, and all human life on Earth is more than likely extinct. Following that depressing realization, the crew then decide to find a location referred to as the Treasure by the Chinese. The Treasure turns out to serve the same purpose as the Singularity from the final film. It's a second wormhole which takes the crew out of space and time entirely. The gravity beings then lead the crew to a set location, a deserted, high-tech Chinese space station surrounded by infinite accessible wormholes. When they get on board the station, TARS is there waiting, having been searching for a way to save humanity. Cooper and Doyle are obsessed with returning to the past, but they discovered that the mission was always doomed to fail. Brand decides to stay put in order to continue the search. Coop then manipulates the wormholes and finds the exact drone from the start of the film. He uploads the answer to the gravity conundrum and the picture to the ice planet on it, knowing where it'll crash, in hopes of averting the crisis and the mission. Cooper's mission is then over, and he returns to Earth some 300 years after he left. It's a ball of ice, devoid of life. He releases the rescued alien specimens from the ice planet and slowly waits for death. The specimens thrive, and as he sees this, he comes to the horrible realization that the gravity beings weren't trying to save humanity after all. They were leading us to the ice planet to save the alien species and bring them back to the now suitable, safe Earth. Cooper blacks out, he gets rescued, and he wakes up on the Cooper station. In the draft though, he meets with one of his descendants, Murph having died decades beforehand. He then grabs TARS, steals a ship, and journeys back into the wormhole to find Brand and explore the vastness of space once again. While this pretty much happens at the end of Nolan's film, the motivation's completely different. In the draft, Coop has a romantic relationship with Brand and a longing for adventure, and it's this that motivates his choice throughout the film, not the idea of human salvation that we see prevalent in Nolan's final film. So what do you think? Would you rather see the Spielberg version, or are you happy with the Nolan film? Let us know in the comments below, and remember to subscribe.